Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's like currently 9:10 and I kind of just woke up and I don't have makeup on because I can't bother to do makeup like ever, and yeah, my hair's up and out of the way. But I said that I would film a Q&A for you guys, and I asked you guys on TikTok some questions for me to answer for you. So without further ado, let's go.
Knock on my door, boy, come home. You stay in my head, lay in my arms, why won't you?
Okay, so the first question is from Caitlin Louise, and it said, how long did it take you to learn all the sign that you know? So I started signing when I was 11, and I think possibly by the time I was 13 or 14 I knew everything. Well, not everything, but I knew what I know, and I still know. I still need to know a lot more things, but yeah, when I was about 13 or 14 I sort of knew it because I'd done my level 1, and then I started picking up on everyone around me and then learning new signs, learning the deaf culture better and things like that. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. Isabel Signs asked, what is my dream job and holiday? So I would really like to, when I'm older, eventually set up my own like charity business type thing that helps deaf people, that helps them with socialising, with education, with everything and anything that people need help with, but it's specificated, I don't know if that's a word, but it's like specifically tailored to deaf people. And yeah, and I'd like to offer like family support when they have a deaf child recently diagnosed and things like that, because that can be very scary, and you know, help and support is what everybody needs sometimes, you know. So my dream holiday, I don't really know, I don't really have a dream holiday. Like, I would love to travel. I think next year I want to go to New York in December. Me and my boyfriend, who's like currently asleep down there, like he's knockout asleep like right next to me, but luckily because he's deaf and he doesn't have his implants on, he can't actually hear me speaking, which is great. Yeah, but so what I was saying was, me and my boyfriend thinking about either going to Greece next June or New York in December. We'll see what happens, but there's very exciting times. But I'm going on holiday this year. I'm going to Alicante, Spain in October, and then in November I'm going to Amsterdam for the weekend, which is super fun. Sisters.lxl asked, how long have you been signing? I have been signing since I was 11, so 7 years, because I've just turned 18. I was about to say 6 years because I'm so used to being 17. Yeah, I turned 18 4 days ago, so I'm still not used to like that whole thing. So yeah, I've been signing for 7 years now. I done my level 1 when I was 11, level 2 when I was 14, and when I was 16 I did my level 3, but level 3 was more like a brush up on the structure of BSL and like little bits and bobs that would help you become like an interpreter or a communication support worker. Yeah. Meg Rose asked, does anyone in my family know BSL? And the answer is no, they don't. They're all hearing and they all speak, and to be fair, my boyfriend doesn't even know sign language. He does, he's learning it, he's doing his level 2, he starts that next week, but he needs to practice. Meg Rose also asked, what is your favourite sign? This is difficult. I used to have one, but now I can't remember it, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to come back to that question, I think. Meg Rose also asked, how long have I been on TikTok and YouTube? So I started YouTube in June of last year, so just over a year now. And I can't remember when I started TikTok. I started TikTok as a Musical.ly. But my video that most basically everyone knows me from on TikTok blew up just over a year ago now. It blew up on my 17th birthday. Thanks for that, guys, and thank you for all the birthday wishes on TikTok as well. Where do I want to go on holiday? I want to go on holiday like literally everywhere. Like, I don't know, everywhere. There's just so much to see and so much to do and travel, and I would love to explore. I would actually like to go to America to see their deaf community and like learn more ASL. That's what I would like. Molly's and Dom TikTok also asked me what my favourite word is to sign. Again, I'm gonna have to come back to that because I still don't know. Chloe asked, what's your favourite swear word? I feel like fuck. I know it's basic, but like fuck is a good word. It just conveys every point. Like if something's great, add fuck in the middle of it. If something's really getting on your nerves, add that word in front of it, you know. This is great lighting. Yeah, that is definitely my favourite word. It's great. What's it like being hard of hearing? To be fair, I can't remember what it's like to be hearing because I lost my hearing when I was 4-ish. So I can't remember what it's like to be hearing. And I didn't get diagnosed until I was 7 years old and didn't get my hearing aids until I was 7, so I really don't know. So I think, I don't know. I think it depends on how you approach life, how you feel about being deaf and hard of hearing, and what it's like. Like, actually, there is a video. If I find it, I will link it in the description below, because that explains what it's like to be like hearing-ish. Well, you know what it's like to be hearing if you're hearing, but like it like shows you the different levels of what it's like to hear. I need to find that video. I'll put it in the link below. I must do that. Thank you for bringing that up. Did you take speech class, and what is the hardest thing to do in your life whilst being deaf? Nope, I never had any speech therapy. I never had any sort of anything like that, so that's a no. What's the hardest thing? I think the hardest thing is keeping up with everyone's like conversation. Like there's a thing called dinner table syndrome, and it's when everyone's sitting around, if they're in a large group and like people having different conversations and you're supposed to try and listen to all of them, and like it's just like this, or like when people's talking with their back to me, or when people have like strong accents and I can't understand them, then that's probably the hardest thing. So I'm just like trying so hard to concentrate and like understand and not miss out, because like I don't want to miss out, obviously. So yeah, that's what the hardest thing is. So someone irrelevant asked if I would ever learn ASL, and I have to say yes, I would love to learn ASL. Now I know some, but not enough. Like I know basic signs, and it's mainly PSE, not ASL, because I don't feel like I know enough signs to use the ASL structure. So yes, I would love to learn ASL if I could, because it's I really like watching it when I see it, because I don't know, it's just fascinating, really. So yeah. And if you have any tips on how to learn ASL structure or learn ASL, because there's no courses in Britain. I don't know what the sign is for Britain, but there's no courses, so I'm teaching myself. So if in that little clip that I done, if I've got any signs wrong, then let me know so I can improve. And Caitlin Louise asked how many times it'd take for me to pass my driving test. So for those of you who don't know, I passed my driving test about a month ago now, and I think it's about a month or 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. And it took me 2 times to pass my driving test. And the first time I just had a strict instructor, and even my driving instructor said, hey, it seems like he's being a bit overly harsh. So yeah, that was my first experience. And I was so nervous for my second one, and that I was like so concentrated. I actually missed a couple of turnings, almost missed 2. I missed 1 turning with the sat-nav drive, but I still managed to pass. And actually, I didn't know this until I finished my driving test, which literally the second I finished my driving test, I found this out. If you are deaf, hard of hearing, or like have a disability, let the DVLA know before, like put it on your provisional, and when you book your driving test they will know. And what will happen is they will book up 2 drive-in slots for you, so like driving test slots, so that you have extra time. And I didn't know this, but like it's a really good piece of information to know if you're deaf or hard of hearing. It gives you extra time. It means you can relax a bit more, because then you have like 80 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes instead of 40, which yeah, you don't have to use, I don't think you use up the full of it, like I don't think you use up the full 80 minutes. I think you lose perhaps like an hour or something, and it just gives you a bit of extra room to like process and do this, that and the other. So yeah, good tip, do that. Back to the question that I don't know how to answer. What is my favourite sign? It's asked by 2 people now, so I kind of have to answer it, don't I? I don't know. It's really difficult. There's so many great signs. Oh, I think it was one that had this. I think, I have to say, I probably, because it's the one I used all the time, it's Phi. It's like, oh my god, what the hell, Phi. It's like a shocked sort of sign, but it's like, there's not an direct English translation for it. I just used it because like when you grow into the deaf community, once you've learnt sign language or in the deaf community, you pick up on their signs and you like put it into context. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, my favourite sign is Phi. Great. I love this lighting, you know, like just patches. If I move, there's a patch there and there's a patch. I sit back, and then it's there. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope it answered all of your questions, and I hope you got the answers that you want, or I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments below what else you would like me to do, what songs, signs you want me to teach, what videos you want me to do. And yes, I know in my last video I said I'd film Ed Sheeran, but I kind of couldn't because I was with my boyfriend's parents, and I kind of felt weird if I filmed. So I have clips of it if you would like me to edit some together and post that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.